And welcome everyone to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto. We have a lot to talk about today. We got Ian with us on the show. Ian, how you doing, buddy? I fucking love that ugly Christmas sweater you got.
Hey, Pat. Thanks again for having me on. And yeah, I love this Christmas sweater. Got to represent Spider-Man, one of the best superheroes of all time. Um, but yeah, doing fantastic.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. And glad to see you finally getting into the Marvel universe and stuff, binge watching all the good Marvel movies, man. Kelly and
Oh
I
yeah.
finally watched Deadpool Wolverine. We understand why you saw it, what, 10 times?
Yeah, I saw it two times in the theater, and I think I've watched it at home probably over 10 times. So yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I respect that, buddy, because holy shit, was it good? And now it's on the streaming services, so now I can binge watch that as much as I need to, or get the
Oh
DVD
yeah.
like you did.
Yeah, I mean, I have both. The DVD is just cool physical thing to have.
For sure, especially too when some DVDs also have some extended versions too, like the movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a lot of extended parts of the movie that makes it more interesting.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of funny deleted scenes for the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh yes. Well, anyway, Ian, besides Christmas being the most wonderful time of the year, college football has been a very wonderful time so far because the 12-team playoff bracket is set. Ian, I like this bracket. I really do.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with choosing who deserves to be in here. Um, it's great to see like a team like SMU get in. I'm glad
Absolutely.
Alabama didn't get in. A lot of people thinking that they were, but you have three
Mm,
losses. You lost to some pretty
mm.
mediocre teams. You don't belong in the college football playoffs.
I was just gonna say, if you're gonna lose to teams like Vanderbilt and an okay Oklahoma team, yeah, I 100% agree with you with that, buddy. I mean, now if those losses don't happen, of course Bam is in, but you did, so no playoffs for you. I like this bracket.
Yeah, I do as well. I think it was really smart decisions. And I'm excited for all these games coming up. I mean, we got Tennessee and Ohio State. That is going to be one hell of a game.
Exactly. Penn State and SMU could be one hell of a game. It's going to be a whiteout 2.0. The minute I saw Penn State was potentially going to have a home game, I'm like, it ain't a home playoff game without a fucking whiteout.
Yeah, it has to be a whiteout. Um, then we got Indiana and Notre Dame. Dude, that is going to be one hell of a game. You got the battle for the state and for what would it be? The Sugar Bowl
Yeah. And a
against
bet.
Georgia, though. So, I mean,
Oh,
both teams have a chance. We've seen Georgia kind of fall apart a little bit. I mean, they still, what, they only had two losses this season,
yeah.
but a lot of them were close. So I would say either Indiana or Notre Dame, whoever wins this game, has a good shot at beating Georgia and going to the Orange Bowl.
As much as Notre Dame and Indiana both have really obnoxious fan bases, I really wouldn't mind seeing an upset like that.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And you know me, Pat, big Purdue guy. I hate Indiana with all my might. So let's go Irish.
Dude, the state of Indiana on December 20th is gonna be shut down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be nuts. That's for damn sure. But dude, we have so many great games. Um,
I'm excited.
Clemson and Texas. I mean, I think Texas is gonna wipe the floor with Clemson.
Call me crazy too, Ian, but I think Texas also beats Arizona State in the next game.
Oh yeah, but you cannot put in Quinn Ewers, man. You gotta put in Arch because Quinn, I don't know, man, did not work out well against Georgia. They looked like shit. I think we give Arch the chance to bring. I really do think Texas has a good shot at winning the national championship this year. I think they have a good team, but I think they need to just put Quinn to the side, be like, okay, buddy, you're gonna be going to the draft. We're not gonna be worrying about you next year. Let's get a head start on Arch. We've already seen what he can do. He's good.
Right. And yeah, Texas, I mean, yeah, you know, they had just didn't have their best game against Georgia. Hell, the week before against A&M, they only won 17-7. So, I mean, we'll see what Steve Sarkisian does for Texas.
Hmm.
I mean, Manning, and Manning, he's looked good this year, passing for 939 yards, 9 touchdowns. I mean, Ewers. I mean, if they do start Ewers, it just depends on what kind of Ewers you're going to get.
Yeah, he is just he's either really good or really bad, and I don't know if Texas wants to put that kind of trust into him for these bowl games coming up. Um,
I have that feeling that they might, just because he's got the experience and it could happen.
yeah,
If he plays like shit against Clemson, maybe do throw Manning in there, but we'll see what happens.
yeah, that's for sure.
But I won't be surprised if Ewers is the starting QB for that game. I do see Texas winning that game, and I do see Texas beating Arizona State. Happy for Arizona State that they get the bye, but you got to play Texas very likely in your first game.
Yeah, you really have to.
SMU and Penn State will play. I am so fucking happy for this team, Ian. Boise State, let's go.
Yeah, it's cool to see Boise State make it into the playoffs. They got a good team. They have one hell of a running back, that's for damn sure. But SMU versus Boise State, that's what I want for the Fiesta Bowl.
Oh, that's gonna be tough for SMU to beat Penn State at their place, but hey, it's playoffs. Anything could happen.
Yeah, SMU is a really good squad. I think they have a shot at beating Penn State.
I was texting Nick after the Boise State game on Friday. I was like, "All right, let's go." Nick was like, "Rooting for that first round bye," and I'm like, "Well, you got to root for Clemson to beat SMU for that to happen," and it happened.
Yeah. So good for Boise. It's so cool to see. So we'll see who will face them in the Fiesta Bowl.
And no surprise, Oregon, the 1 seed. I mean, they deserve to be number one. I mean, they played like a number one team all season long.
Yeah, that's the best team right now. Um, there's man, I don't think there's no one stopping them to win the national championship. I think they're just that good, man. They can take down any team.
Exactly. And for those who were doubting Oregon after they barely beat Boise State back in week two, you can gladly shut up about that now because Boise State is
Boise.
actually a fucking good team.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. They're the 3 seed going into these
I
playoffs.
love it,
That
man.
is absolutely incredible. Um, but yeah, a lot of these teams, Oregon, Boise, Georgia, and Arizona State, they get the bye. They get to relax a little bit. Um, and yeah, hopefully they'll be all rested up for their bowl games and face off against some tired teams.
Well, Oregon's got some work to do defensively because they had to win their Big Ten championship game against Penn State in shootout fashion.
Yeah,
That just shows you how disciplined Penn State is in these big games.
yeah. Penn State does not mess around.
Yep. I mean, it sucks that they didn't win the big game, but they're in the playoffs. They're hosting a playoff home game. All you need is a nice blizzard, and that place is going to be rocking.
Oh yes, absolutely.
We need to see a blizzard there. We need to see a blizzard at Notre Dame. Hell, I would love, well, besides Texas and Clemson, I would love to see it possibly snow at these stadiums.
Oh yeah, dude. That's football weather, dude.
Yep. Tennessee and Ohio State, that's going to be an offensive shootout, I feel like.
Oh yeah, you got two great offenses right there. They're gonna go ham. It's gonna be a really high scoring game there. But honestly, I see Tennessee coming out victorious. Ohio State just has not really impressed me too much this year.
Not gonna lie, Ian, I thought Ohio State was gonna be one of those teams that gets booted out of the playoffs because of that. Because the committee, they look at some of those losses and they had a really bad home loss to Michigan because Michigan didn't have the strongest year. So I thought that was gonna hose them.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, because Michigan was pretty mediocre this season. But you know what? They still had the wins to back it, and they're in. So yeah, maybe we'll see Tennessee just totally just run over them. That's what I would love that.
Please, please, please,
Hmm.
please show them what a real offense looks like.
Yeah, right.
And these championship games that we had this weekend, they did not disappoint. I mean, Georgia and Texas went to overtime. Oregon and Penn State needed a shootout.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Arizona State lit up the scoreboard on Iowa State. Impressive.
Army went 11-1 this season, dude. That's insane. Ranked 24th to finish off the regular year.
Hey, I'll say, hey, I love it, man. I love it.
Hmm.
Now you got the Army and the Navy facing off this weekend. First time in a while that both teams have had strong seasons. Army's 11-1, Navy's 8-3.
Yeah, so that's always one of my favorite games is the Army Navy game, and now we got two really good squads. That's gonna be one hell of a game.
Yep. Hey, and taking a look at other bowl games, West Virginia made it in, though they got to play Memphis.
Yeah, yeah, that's good for them though. It's good to see West Virginia get a bowl game.
Nebraska finally got a bowl game for the first time since 2016. They will play in the Pinstripe Bowl. I can't say I'm surprised.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, lot of good bowl games. BYU and Colorado will face off in the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Hey, how about NIU? They're gonna be playing in the Idaho Potato Bowl against
And
Fresno.
you know NIU will always cherish that Notre Dame win this year.
Oh man, that was huge. That they were able to beat Notre Dame. That was just so cool. That was probably the coolest moment of this football season so far.
Yeah, and thankfully that was Notre Dame's only loss of the year because if Notre Dame lost another game this season, I think they would have been out of the playoff too.
Oh yeah, they should. Yeah. Um, Texas Tech and Arkansas is going to be a good bowl game with the Liberty Bowl.
Yep.
Texas A&M and USC, they're going to be playing at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. So that'll be a good one for the Vegas Bowl.
Yes. Oklahoma will take on Navy in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Syracuse has a bowl game. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
In the DirecTV Holiday Bowl.
We have a Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Stop that. I'm like, what the hell?
What? We got Miami, Ohio against Colorado State for that one. That is going to be awesome.
Better get your good stuff ready to watch that game.
Yep. Oh my, and the Pop Tart Bowl is back this year. Iowa State and Miami. Oh my God, that was so funny last year when they had the Pop Tart mascot out there, and I read that they're gonna have like three more out there.
Oh God. And poor Michigan has to play Alabama in the Real Quest Bowl.
Oh, they're fucked.
Yep. Illinois will play in the Cheez-It Bowl against South Carolina.
Ooh, Louisville, Washington would be a good one.
Oh
That's
yes.
Sun Bowl.
Yeah, a lot of good bowl games for the coming up, but I'm just again happy that they have a 12 team playoff. Ian, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sure you would agree, you wish they would have installed this maybe a little sooner than the 2024 season.
Yeah, I do wish that, but you know what? We got it now. Got
We
nothing to
do.
complain about. This is going to be a lot of fun football to watch. These
Let's keep it. Let's keep it forever, please. Keep it.
bowl games are actually going to mean something for once.
Exactly. Specifically the New Year's Six bowls because those are the bowl games that they're going to be
For
playing in. So
for
yes,
the playoffs, yeah.
Yep, Arizona State will likely play Texas. in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Oregon's got the Rose Bowl against either Tennessee or Ohio State. I think regardless whoever wins that Tennessee Ohio State game, defense will be optional when they play Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Defense will be really optional, which I really don't mind because we love an entertaining Rose Bowl.
Yes, we do.
And then whoever wins between SMU and Penn State will play Boise in the Fiesta Bowl.
Love it.
And then, of course, whoever wins Notre Dame versus Indiana will play Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. So yes, Ian, the New Year's Six Bowls will mean something. Now, I've always loved the New Year's Six Bowls. They're fun to watch, but now as playoffs, dude, sign me up to watch that. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, they mean so much more now. They actually mean something because, bowl game, it would just mean, oh, cool, we won a random bowl game, whatever. But now these actually mean something. It is going to be good to watch. So, yes, Pat, I am very happy with this 12 team playoff system.
And then the semifinals will be the Goodyear Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Let's go.
Love it. Love it.
Though I kind of wish that they would put the Rose Bowl as a semifinal because that would be epic.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl, everyone knows that's the biggest bowl game. But yep, you know what? We still got some two good bowl games
We
in
do.
the semifinals with the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. So
That that'd be huge for Tennessee though if they could win this game and play Oregon in the Rose Bowl. That'd be huge.
yeah, that would be really, really huge for that program. But like I said, man, I think Oregon is way too tough. I don't think either one of them can beat them.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, buddy. If all goes well, Oregon will likely play Texas in the semifinals. Yes, I see Texas making that big run.
Yep,
And
I do
I
too.
wouldn't sleep on Boise State either, Ian. I think they could make it to the semis as well. And maybe the championship game. We could see a Boise State Oregon championship game.
I think it's possible, man. I think Boise just has a really good team. They need to work on their their defense a little bit more, but their offense is great and their running game is absolutely incredible.
Safe to say that Boise State's one of your surprise teams for college football.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be.
Well, them,
I'd say they're the
Arizona.
team that I'm rooting for the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'll be happy to see either Oregon, Boise State, or Texas win.
Agreed.
I mean, if Penn State can somehow pull a big run, I won't be against it either. I just don't want to see Georgia. I don't want to see Ohio State. We don't have to worry about Clemson because Clemson will be likely knocked out first round, but happy that they got in,
Yeah, yeah,
even though they almost blew it against SMU.
right,
Because that would have likely because if SMU came back and won, that likely would have fucked Boise State out of out of a first round bye.
right.
And did you see how Arizona State's coach was like, CFP committee, you better put us in. We had our quarterback playing the whole year. Put us in.
Yeah, I mean Arizona definitely deserved to be in.
Yeah, no, Arizona State deserves to be in. I agree. Yes, everybody that's in deserved to be in.
Totally agree.
Yep, even the teams that lost, that are in, SMU deserved to be in. Clemson deserved to be in. Ohio State, did they deserve to be in? Yes and no.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, really, they
I
only
think,
had like one bad loss this year, and that was against
yeah.
Michigan. So it's gonna happen. Um,
Indiana, they definitely deserve to be in. They've been consistent all year besides the Ohio State game.
yeah,
But yeah, dude,
Indiana's good. I don't think they're
South
good
Bend is
enough to
gonna
beat Notre
be
Dame, though.
South Bend's gonna be rocking on on December 20th. And here's a fun fact, Ian. You know how all Notre Dame games are always broadcasted on NBC for home games?
Yep.
That will not be the case this year.
Wow.
Yeah, ESPN or ABC will broadcast the game.
Okay.
Yeah, first because yeah, Notre Dame games for home games at least are always broadcasted on NBC.
Yeah.
That's not the case this year. That's not the case for this game. First time in a long time that we will not be watching a Notre Dame game on NBC.
Right. Man, that's crazy.
I know, right? But yeah, dude, I'm excited for these bowl games, man. Playoffs, like, let's go.
Me too, man.
Yep. All right, Ian. Well, we'll touch on those matchups next week. But now we have to go to the NFL and talk about one team who I we thought had something clicking and then they don't. Our Bears continuing to shit the bed. What else is new?
Yeah, I wasn't shocked or surprised at all on Sunday when we came out and only had 9 yards of offense in the first half. Um, we suck. All of our coaching sucks. I mean, Thomas Brown came up through the ranks in like 4 weeks from QB coach to head coach. Um, and he was working under Matt Eberflus, so he still has Eberflus's notes.
Ye-
Um, where this season is going to be all losses, and then we're going to just focus on finding a new head coach.
Yeah, I think at this point right now, the season, Ian, regardless what happens, our main focus is just new head coach and hopefully getting our shit together for next year because this was we it coming into the season, on paper, and we say this every fucking year, Ian, we look good on paper.
Look good on paper, but it was still Matt Eberflus. It was Shane Waldron. Just not good coaching. We have good players. Our receivers, for some reason, are forgetting how to catch a damn ball lately too.
Cole Kmet
And
dropped a pass. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
yeah, DJ Moore dropped a few passes as well. Caleb's dumbass fumble that he did. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was stupid.
I'm
Um,
like, Caleb, like you've been avoiding turning the ball over and you pulled that shit.
yeah, so it's been a disaster. This team has no leadership whatsoever. Um, yeah, and I mean, got a lot of young guys with nobody giving any direction.
Yeah, like and some of these players for next coming going into next year, they're on the final year of some of their contracts. Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon, that'll be their final next season is their final year of their rookie contract. So they gotta step up next. They gotta step up next season if they want to stay in Chicago. We know Tevin Jenkins will likely be out of here because he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet only has
It's
2 years left on his contract going into next season.
going to be a long rebuild for this team. I think it's going to be a lot longer than we think. We can't just do it at the snap of the fingers like we thought it was going to be for this season.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not gonna lie,
yeah,
and I
we got a good quarterback. We got some good offense. Got some pretty damn good defenders, but like I said, with no leadership, they're just going into these games blind.
right, yeah, no, we have the talent and pieces. We need to fix the coaching.
Yeah. Um, so this season's a lost cause. I don't even want to watch any more games, to be honest. It's just sad at
Well,
this point.
sadly, you have to come to one more game this season, but
Oh no, I have to go to a football game with some of my best friends. Oh no.
hey, don't worry, we lots of beer that game,
That will help.
and it's likely gonna be cold because it's a Thursday night game. So yeah, we need to make sure we get some drink, get enough beer in us.
Yep, day after Christmas that is going to be freezing.
Yep, but hey, it's always fun going to a game with you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yep, but yes, this season completely lost cause. It's not like we've seen this happen before.
Yeah, nothing new.
Yeah, and then we saw the whole thing go to shit with John Fox, Mark Trestman, Matt Nagy's last year. So yeah, New Year's, same shit, but of all the years we've been Bears fans, I feel like this one's been the most disappointing, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, yes and no. I saw this coming, so I don't know. I'm just not optimistic anymore for this team.
Yeah, like And we can't be optimistic anymore. No matter who
No,
we get as head coach, even if it's a guy that has head coaching experience for next season, I'm still not going to get my hopes up. You just can't.
no, you can't at all. It's just it's the Bears. What do you expect?
Especially when a specific someone with the last name of McCaskey is still in the building.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yep, New Year, same shit. It's the times in Chicago just keep getting darker and darker and darker.
Yep.
Whether
Oh well.
you're a Bears fan, White Sox fan, Cubs fan, Bulls fan, Blackhawks fan. I mean, yes, the Blackhawks fired Richardson, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing as the Bears, man. We fired a head coach literally 2 months into the season, so it's gonna be worse. We won last
Yep.
night, but it's not gonna be a good stretch.
Nope. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But at this point, as Bears fans, I just can't get my hopes up anymore. I just really
Go
can't.
go Bills.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Go Bills, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think it's safe to say the road to the Super Bowl was going through Kansas City. They always find a way to pull some wins out of their asses.
They suck. They
I
suck.
know.
Like they are barely winning any of these fucking games.
And
Travis
they were
Kelsey,
lucky to and they were lucky to win their game against the fucking Chargers.
yeah, Travis Kelsey is terrible. He's washed. He's not playing good at all this year. Patrick Mahomes is a fraud. The whole team just sucks, man.
Somebody will beat them. Somebody will beat them.
I don't know, man. They have refs on their side and they just have luck. They just have the best luck of just barely winning these games.
Kind of like Alex Bowman. All luck, no skill.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like you said, Travis Kelsey's washed. The team keeps getting hurt, yet they always find a way to pull wins out of their asses.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite of what the Bears are doing.
Sometimes I wish the Detroit Lions were in the AFC and beat Kansas City because the Lions, man, holy shit, oh boy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the Bills, I think they're too strong in the AFC. I think the Bills and Chiefs are going to meet each other in the playoffs, and I think the Bills are just going to wash them.
I hope so, dude. I really hope so. I hope Josh Allen plays the game of his life because, dude, Josh Allen, he's making it work in Buffalo, man. Even
He,
without having key receivers, he's making it work.
dude, he can be his own goddamn receiver. We saw that. In a single game, he had a throwing touchdown, a catching touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. He's so damn good, man. He can do anything.
Yep. Teams that are for sure frauds, though. The Chiefs are for sure frauds. The Steelers are for sure frauds. I mean, they beat up on Cleveland on Sunday because Kadarius Toney doesn't know how to receive a punt.
Yeah, well, it is Cleveland.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, shit right now for picking them on the show next week. So fuck.
Hmm.
um, Philadelphia is hit or miss at times. I mean, they almost lost to Carolina on Sunday.
Yeah, the Eagles have just been just hit or miss.
The Lions are doing their thing, but they need to fix their defense.
Yeah, their defense is going to cost them a playoff game.
And it doesn't help too when you lose Aiden Hutchinson.
Hmm. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson hurts them, but they did say if the Lions do make the Super Bowl, he'll be in uniform.
I like the sound of that.
Hmm.
And you know he's going to want to play.
Oh yeah, definitely he'll be wanting to play.
He'll be like, fuck you guys. Let me go in. Let me go in. Let me go in. Let me hit someone.
Right?
Let me hit someone. But yeah, I, looking at the playoff, outlook right now, you got Kansas City as the 1 seed, Buffalo the 2 seed. Pittsburgh the 3 seed, Houston the 4, Baltimore 5, Chargers at 6, and the Broncos at 7. The Broncos as a 7 seed.
Who would have thought, man?
We could have three AFC West teams in the playoffs.
That would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts to see. But it's
I'd love
possible.
it. I'd love it. For the NFC, you got the Lions, Eagles, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and then there's the Vikings, Packers, and Commanders.
Yeah. Just like the AFC West, the NFC North, we could see three teams going to the playoffs as well.
Exactly. The NFC North was loaded this year, and then there was our beloved Bears. Yay.
Oops. But yeah, Green Bay. I mean, it's crazy that Green Bay is 9-4, but they're in third place. That's just nuts to see.
It just shows you how tough this division is.
Yeah.
Minnesota, I feel like, is also frauds.
Yeah, I mean, they've barely won some games too. I mean, they barely beat us.
They should have lost to us.
Hmm.
Like their only comfortable wins that Minnesota's had this year was against the Giants, who, no surprise, I mean, they're already flying planes over their stadium saying, "Fix this shit," or whatever the fuck that sign said.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yep, they barely beat an OK San Francisco team. They pounded Houston. They only beat the Jets by 6.
Hmm.
They they lost to the Rams by 10. They snuck by an OK Colts team. They limped past Jacksonville.
Yeah, they had no offense that game.
Yeah, they barely beat Arizona. So yeah, no, I think Minnesota is frauds as well. I think I see them getting knocked out pretty early in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, if they keep it up, they definitely won't survive.
Yep. Hey, the Bengals finally won a game last night.
Yeah, don't mean shit though.
Yeah.
They're not, there's no way they're gonna make it into the playoffs. They have to win every
They
single game coming up. That team just cannot help Joe Burrow out.
need a fuck ton of help right now.
Hmm. Because Joe Burrow, he's the best quarterback right now, but he just has no help. He has 3,706 passing yards.
And the leading receiver is, of course, Jamar Chase. Those
Yep.
boys can't do everything though with the Bengals.
No, there's no way.
And
But
Trey Hendrickson still leads the league in sacks.
yeah, but we were talking about this on the last show. Like, how are they leading so much in all these stats, but they cannot win? They cannot put a good team together.
I just don't understand. I don't understand it either, Ian. I mean, they've lost some pretty ugly games as well. Like you lose to New England by 6. You let Patrick Mahomes beat you. You lost to the Commanders by 5. You lost to the Ravens twice, where you should have swept them. So yeah, Ian, your guess is good as mine of what the fuck's going on in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's just a mess, and they really got to figure it out because they have a good team.
They do. Well, anyway, Ian, why don't we go ahead and make our 3 picks for this week? Our lock, upset, and third winners. I'll let you go first for this one.
Alrighty, so we are in week 15 now, and
How
we
are
got
we in week 15?
I know. We got the Battle of California Thursday night.
Yep,
I am gonna go San Fran over LA.
I love it.
Um, and for my upset, we were just talking about him, Pat. I'm going Cincinnati over Tennessee. And for my third pick, oh man, we got Buffalo at Detroit this weekend. That is going to be a game for the ages. Sorry, Detroit, but Buffalo's coming in and stomping y'all.
Oh, I would love to see that one.
Hmm.
I like those picks, Ian. Well, here are my 3 picks. My lock. This one's an easy one. Baltimore over the Giants.
Easy.
My upset, and you'll like this one, Panthers over the Cowboys.
That's Panthers have been picking it up the past few weeks.
They've been picking it up despite the losses. They've been picking their shit up.
Bryce Young looks like a good quarterback now. So, dude, yeah, the Cowboys are all banged up. They're not a good
Yeah,
team this year.
I'm taking the Panthers in this one.
They can wipe the floor with them, honestly.
I hope so. I'm going to take Carolina over Dallas. And then my third winner, this team's been hot lately. Give me the Dolphins over the Texans.
Ooh, nice.
Yep, Tua's back and healthy. The Dolphins are picking it up. So let's see what, they can do.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. Let's jump on to the hardwood. College basketball is a month into the season, and holy shit, we're seeing some good basketball so far.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season.
Well, especially when we saw number one go down this last week, Kansas going down.
Yeah, that was great to see.
To me, they're the true frauds of college basketball.
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that.
Always getting the people are always dick riding the fuck out of them at the beginning of the year, saying like, "This is their year, this is their year, number one, number one." I'm like, okay, and then
Hmm.
look what they do.
Yeah, they're frauds. But we
Right now,
got
you got Tennessee as the top team right now.
yeah, man, they are not slowing down from last year.
Nope, I love it.
Yeah, Tennessee and then Auburn's up there at number two. Iowa State, Duke, Kentucky. So we got some blue bloods back up there in the top five.
Yep.
Uh,
You got Alabama at 7. God damn it.
yeah. Why does Alabama have to be good at both sports?
Bama made it to the Final Four last year for basketball, and I'm like,
I know it's
are
not
you kidding
fair,
me? Stop it.
but yeah. Purdue, they didn't look good last week. We dropped down three spots.
Well, it doesn't help when you lose your big guy.
Hmm.
Oregon, they suffered their first loss last week, but they didn't drop, so they're safe. Um, Oklahoma is off to a 9-0 start, finally getting back to their winning ways.
Yeah.
UConn letting the championship hangover get to them.
Love to see it.
UCLA's ranked at 24th. Okay.
Yeah. So we got a good top 25 here.
Yep. Good matchups coming up this week. I think Saturdays there's a big one in Champaign with Illinois hosting Tennessee. Yep. Illinois will host the number one team in college basketball on Saturday. That arena is going to be rocking.
That'll be a good game.
Creighton takes on Alabama. Got the Battle of Oklahoma State on Saturday.
Nice.
And then Purdue welcomes Texas A&M for the
Yeah,
Indy
that
Classic.
yeah, that should be a good matchup. Man, we got a
Boiler up,
lot of
baby.
games on Saturday. God damn.
Yep, it's going to be busy and fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but nice thing is Texas A&M, they are ranked, so we have a chance at beating them.
I hope.
Because
I was going to say,
for some reason we like to lose against unranked teams.
yeah. So if you can beat Texas A&M, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be another exciting season of college basketball.
Yes, sir.
One thing, Ian, I want to wrap up with really quickly. We just had a major signing not too long ago for baseball. Juan Soto to the Mets. 15 years, $765 million. dollars.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's not Shohei Ohtani.
It's I'm just getting sick of every single year. We're seeing the record. Highest paid athlete ever, highest paid athlete ever. We're seeing it every year. They're changing it. And it's a new higher paid athlete. It's like, Oh my God, are these guys really worth $700 million? Like what the
Fuck do these
fuck?
teams get their money is what I want to know.
Like, dude, he gets $97 a minute for the next 15 years.
I'm like, damn, can we get some of that money, please?
It's just crazy. All I have to say is, have fun wasting your career with the New York Mets.
Exactly. Like, we thought you were perfect with the Yankees. But the Yankees just made the fucking World Series, and now you're going to the fucking Mets?
Dude, Juan Soto is not loyal to any team that he goes to,
No, he's not. Where a
but
guy
he's
like
going to be
Shohei
loyal
Ohtani.
to the Mets now because they gave him a big bag of cash.
Yep. Next thing you know, Ian, in a couple years, we'll see 800 million.
Soon we're going to see a $1 billion contract. Just watch. Just watch.
Yeah, one fucking billion. It's all about money nowadays.
Yep. Not about baseball.
Yep, it's all about money, and it's showing too. They're like, okay, cool, and just hits 250.
Yeah, and now he's going to be the most average player in the MLB. Just watch because he doesn't have to work for anything.
You see that in there. You see that in the NBA. You're seeing that in the NFL now.
Seeing it in college too.
Yeah, some NILs are getting a little out of hand.
I'm looking at you, Colorado.
yeah. I 100% agree. Yeah, you're all about the money and not all about the winning.
Exactly.
See, they're fighting for clicks. Other teams are fighting for wins.
Yeah, maybe if they were actually fighting for wins, maybe Colorado would be in the playoffs.
Exactly. Hell, there are many athletes right now that have more clicks than friends.
Yep.
It's just how society is today, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, Ian, why don't we go ahead and wrap up with some fun stuff? Our big three and our fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. This week's big three, and I'm glad you brought this up. Our big three Christmas foods. Ian, I will let you start.
Well, he can't go wrong with chocolate chip cookies, of course. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
just a staple for Christmas time. You know those little Debbie Christmas tree cookies, like little Christmas tree cakes?
Yes. Yes.
Those are amazing. And oh, nothing beats a Christmas ham.
Dude, I 100% agree with you on that. I love seeing those memes of with the raccoon taking those Christmas cakes or
Oh yeah.
little Christmas tree cakes. It says something like me. I'll be like, I'm gonna start eating healthy soon. Me at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
I
Saw
love
those
those.
at Target and I was like, ooh, I gotta get a couple boxes.
Hell yeah, man. Love it. Well, anyway, let's go on to my big three Christmas foods. My first one, you cannot go wrong about gingerbread. I fucking love gingerbread.
Oh yeah, gingerbread is it's a good treat to have.
Yep. My next one, I think this is an appropriate option. Prime rib.
Oh yeah, prime rib is a staple for Christmas.
And my last one, can't say I'm surprised you took a Christmas ham, but tamales, baby.
Tamale. You know what? I didn't even think about that because my dad had a friend and his wife would make tamales for all their friends for Christmas and he would just drop off a big bag of it and I was like, "Oh, this is the best." I love Christmas tamales.
Heaven for Ian.
Yes. And I don't know, you can't go wrong with eggnog either.
Yes, I love eggnog. Not gonna lie, Ian. Sometimes when I have hot chocolate, I'll put maybe a little shot of eggnog in there.
Yeah, why not?
See, and that's perfect for you, Ian. You need some, eggnog, tamales, and in front of you is a Christmas story being shown.
That's called a perfect Christmas, Patrick.
I love exactly. Which that's still a movie I need to watch, A Christmas Story. Thankfully, we have the 24-hour run on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I don't watch it until the 24 hours on Christmas Eve.
I respect it.
It doesn't feel right not watching it on Christmas Eve. So I'll watch any other Christmas movie. I just watched Christmas with the Cranks the other day. I was watching Christmas Vacation. So there's a whole bunch of good Christmas movies out there. I want to see that new one with Chris Evans and The Rock, red one. It looks
Red
really good.
One, yep, that one I need to see still.
Yeah, that looks like a fun Christmas movie. So, um, yeah, and don't forget Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie as well. Um, Die Hard is a Christmas
Yep,
movie.
yep, yep. Everybody loves to start that debate saying if it is a Christmas movie or not. To me, if Christmas is involved, because they put all these hours into these movies, and if you're gonna put Christmas in there, I will gladly count it as a Christmas movie. It teaches us the power of togetherness and beating the shit out of terrorists. Working together.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Hey, same thing for Iron Man 3.
You know
Saving the
what?
president.
I only followed that. I only watched that movie once in theaters. I don't know why I didn't see it again,
Oh,
but
that is a good one. That's the Iron Man movie that takes place after the first Avengers movie.
hell yeah. I still remember seeing the first Avengers movie in theaters. I still remember the theater bursting out laughing and applauding Hulk for beating the shit out of Loki.
Right? That was incredible.
Absolutely. And now, Ian, let's wrap up with our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. Ian, I will let you go first.
Bonehead play of the week goes to my boy Caleb Williams for that dumbass fumble that he threw behind him. Um, Stupid. And my amazing play of the week is Purdue hiring the University of Las Vegas's head coach for the football program. I mean, we saw how far they went this year. They were ranked by the end of the season. And he's a good coach, so we finally got something to look forward to for this football program.
God, I hope so, buddy, because Purdue, they look fucking lost this season.
And we got 35 decommits.
Can't say I'm surprised.
No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Our backup quarterback, he went into the transfer portal too, so we're fucked.
As long as Hudson Card's not there anymore.
Hudson Card's a senior, so I mean he's probably not even declaring for the draft. He's gonna be a freaking janitor at a McDonald's.
Yep. Or yeah, get some random sports job and just run his mouth.
Yeah. No, he'll probably be on like some podcast.
Sounds
Talking
about
about how
right.
he was all that and Purdue ruined him, which
Yep.
kinda.
It is true. I mean, sometimes people's careers do die at Purdue.
Yeah, but we saw some quarterbacks have success and get drafted. Drew Brees.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, so now Aiden O'Connell just needs to leave the Raiders.
Yes, he does. I think that's the only issue right now with O'Connell. He's not in a good spot with the Raiders. Go to a team that will likely give you a starting opportunity.
Yeah, because I don't think Vegas will ever give him one because they just it doesn't seem like they're set on him.
Exactly. Well, anyway, Ian, let's go on to my fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. My fantastic play of the week: Bryce Young and that amazing throw out of the end zone on their potential game-winning drive against the Eagles. I mean, he was in his end zone, the pressure was coming, and he got the throw away to his wide receiver.
That was incredible. It's good to see Bryce Young get into a groove.
Exactly. Like, I'm really happy that he's finally starting to get comfortable because the Panthers were just, it was a terrible start for him in Carolina.
Yeah, it's been a rough few years over there in Carolina, but I think things are turning around for them. Hopefully they make some smart decisions in the offseason.
They need to.
Mm-hmm.
And then my bonehead play of the week has to go to those silly Cowboys for finding a silly way to lose. against the Bengals last night, the game was tied at 20. The Bengals run a punt. The Cowboys block it. They block it. Live ball. Bengals recover it and keep their possession alive. Only for
Oh,
Joe Burrow to throw the game-winning touchdown to Jamar Chase.
Bart Simpson threw the winning touchdown to Ralph Wiggum.
Oh my God, that's Simpsons broadcast.
That was funny. It was cool how they did that.
And the Bengals had a donut celebration.
Yep. I like it when they do that, like the Nickelodeon broadcast, and they did the Simpsons one. So I hope they keep it up because it's fun to watch.
Exactly. We'll all remember the very first Nickelodeon broadcast after Cordell Patterson's legendary new word that kids learned that day. Fuck, Mom.
But
Cordell Patterson said, "What the fuck?" What do you mean?
but we will always remember Mitchell Trubisky was the MVP of that game, even though we lost.
And his last and the touchdown came in garbage time.
Yep. So, yeah, that was fun. It's cool that they do that shit.
Yep. And that wraps up the show. Ian, another good episode of the Koto's Mojo.
Yes, sir. Lots of fun getting on here with you as always.
Oh yes, love talking sports with you. Even though our Bears just love to find a new way to piss us off.
Pat, I'm gonna tell you every single week. I am not surprised.
Yeah. I'm starting to agree with you on that. I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, new week, same shit. And yeah, unfortunately, Ian, we can't get our hopes up. We can't get our hopes up ever again. The only time, Ian, that I will get my hopes up, the only time I'll get my hopes up is that if we ever beat Green Bay.
Yeah, then we'll actually do something.
Yeah, because Green Bay unfortunately still owns us.
They own us, man. We got to admit it.
Yep. The Packers fans made up a meme and called Soldier Field a new nickname. I forgot what it was.
South Lambeau, probably.
South Lambeau, but it's like how Cubs fans call, Milwaukee Wrigley North.
Hey, man. You know what? They earned it. They kick our ass all the time, so whatever.
Yeah, well, at this point, we're just used to the pain.
Yeah, we're honestly just the Green Bay punching bag at this point.
Yes. Da Bears.
That's how we roll, man.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Koto's Mojo. We will see you next time.